Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you had an amazing weekend and that you're excited to tackle the market in the morning. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all another stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos, right? So let's begin right off the bat. The futures market is officially open. It's been about 30 minutes and things are looking good. We got the SPY up by 0.08% and the Nasdaq up by 0.11%. All right, and I told you on Friday. Friday was the video I explained to y'all that there really isn't anything to worry about. There isn't because of this thing, the reverse head and shoulders intraday, followed by the retest into the close, and that we were going to go higher. This looks like money is flooding in. I think what's going to happen tomorrow is that it's going to open up around like 4,500 exactly, and then it's going to just trickle its way all the way up towards 45.60 before closing the day at 45.50. That's what I think. Again, I could be wrong, but the way things are looking right now, it's looking it's looking on point. It's looking like it wants to actually get there. We'll see what happens in the morning, all right? But the stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is GS. Goldman Sachs, all right? And the reason why I want to share GS with all of you again is because of this. If you go on the daily, all right, if you go on the daily, the stock got dropped from the highs of 426 to 325, a 25% drop. It recently had earnings. It didn't do too well through earnings. Their earnings did not exceed the expectations. Maybe they did exceed the expectations, but the reaction was not aligned, or maybe was aligned with the earnings numbers. That's why it was negative right here. Again, these reactions completely random, but when they happen, again, this one was a gap down. It's trying to make its way back up right now, and that provides an opportunity. As you can see, there is a gap on the left and there's a gap up here. All right, now what I want y'all to pay attention to is the 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour is what I want y'all to look at. If you look closely on here, if you look really closely, oh, there is actually a bull flag on here. I just realized that. I was about to draw something else, but that something else had a little bit of a flaw. I was about to draw a bullish pennant on here. I was in telling y'all that this is an outlier, but in fact, it's really not. It's actually a flag. Yeah, it's a flag. It broke out. It broke out midday on Friday, and then it closed pretty strong right here at 367. And again, I'm bullish on the market. The Dow is also green right now. I think tomorrow is going to go higher. I also think the SPY is also going to go higher, meaning that this stock and the way the structure is on the chart is going to up and up at exactly $370, and then it's going to run all the way up to 379. It might touch 380, but I think it's gonna tease, and then it's gonna close below it, and then on Tuesday, it's gonna try to make it up to like 383, maybe 384, right? So definitely keep Goldman Sachs on your watch list along with the other banks, okay? Because these banks tend to move together as a whole sector, right? Money is flowing into the majority of them, at least, not all of them, the majority of them. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Again, you always ask some wonderful questions. So we're going to talk about AFRM. Now, AFRM Affirm, I think it bottomed. I think that it needs to I think it needs to consolidate a little bit more. I don't think it's going to get above $70 before earnings. That's my opinion. I would like it to stay under $70 before earnings. Maybe form something very nice that we know and that we like to make the reaction a little bit more predictable. I wouldn't be bearish on earnings at these lows. I wouldn't be because of let me go on a daily right here. Okay, it's been demolished for so long. All right, and to be bearish here, expecting the drop to like 40, maybe. I mean, it's kind of it could happen. It could happen. It really could. I just doubt it. I just don't think that it will. It could be an opportunity for a straddle slash strangle because there could be a massive move on the stock through earnings. I think the earnings is after hours. Yeah, it's after hours on Thursday. So this one is a good one to keep on your watch list. Okay, there may be something interesting here. Again, holding anything through earnings is 150% gambling. Therefore, this is not financial advice. I'm just putting this on your radar. All right. Now, another stock that we're going to address, we're gonna talk about Disney. All right. I showed y'all Disney last week. I told y'all to watch it for a run all the way up towards $147. It didn't quite do that. It tried to make it. It really did. And then it got tired. And that's expected, all right? With the bullish rectangle, again, this is another variation of it. It could either go straight up to exactly where you want it to go, like that, or it could go up here and then waste your time and then run to where you want it to go. Okay, so these things can happen. I'm still bullish on it. I wouldn't be bearish on Disney at these lows. It's just taking a sweet time, and people who got in here are very mad. It's understandable. I feel your pain, but with this stock, you gotta be a little bit more patient. It moves more slowly than a lot of other stocks, but it does provide a nice opportunity though, because the contracts are relatively cheap, and right now it's looking quite good after hours. So tomorrow is probably going to open up at 144, and it might just get there at 147, like I told you all last week. So my thoughts and opinions on Disney are not changing. Let's look at it on like the much bigger. The gap on the left got kind of filled, not completely. It got kind of filled. I say not completely because to completely fill, it has to get really low towards like 127, maybe 126.8. And then the low of that candle was at 129. So eventually it's gonna have to like really get down there, close it, and then go higher. So there may be some surprises along the way. Maybe we run towards 147 before earnings, and then earnings really bring it down. So again, these are some things that you want to like consider, especially those of you who like to gamble through earnings. These are some things that you want to consider. You don't want to be too biased towards one side. Yes, it is undervalued relatively to this price at 203, right? Relative to it, it's undervalued, but could it go lower? Probably, right? Probably it could have two straight gap downs in the row, like we've seen that before. A stock that is infamous for doing such things is Intel. Intel is, if you're bullishly hopeful, or if you're hopefully bullish on Intel through earnings, like the odds are you're probably gonna get disappointed, because what happens with Intel is that it gets crushed quite often. Let me show y'all what I mean. Right, let me show y'all. So with Intel daily, this earnings down, that earnings down, all right, and then we got more earnings down. It gets crushed non-stop. Like we got a little bit of outlier over here, but it's not even through earnings. Earnings was over here, and then it got crushed again, right? So don't be surprised. I mean, two straight Gap downs through earnings is possible. It could happen with Disney. So you just want to like prepare yourself accordingly. Again, holding anything through earnings is 150% gambling. All right. So manage your risk. And lastly, we gotta talk about PayPal. Yeah, and PayPal right now, this right here, from the highs of 310, this is like the stock from yesterday. The stock that I made on yesterday. This is where you dollar cost average and like a smart investor. Like this is a no brainer. This is super cheap. Like it's 70% down, maybe 80%. Let me see. This should be 70%. Yeah, 60%. Okay, this is where you like start dollar cost averaging, and all the gaps got filled, and it's a reputable company, right? Very reputable company. It even got to these lows right there, and it's only a matter of time before it recovers. So that's my honest opinion on this one. This is an obvious dollar cost average, and like beginning like now. Not financial advice. I'm just expressing my very honest opinion on the stock. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon, and the pre-market analysis videos, which are released 10 minutes, well, from Monday to Friday, 10 minutes before the market opens. If you would like to be part of our private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you are not following us on social media, you can find me at NGumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.